What you need, come with an open heart and listen to my love. Would you come with an open heart and listen to my love? Listen.
Hello, my name is Darold Gholston, and I'd like to welcome you to Listen to Love, segment number 2, where we discuss intimate topics and explore creative ways to celebrate love. Thank you for tuning in to Listen to Love on the Art of Romance channel. Today's topic, we're going to talk about what keeps people together. It is very important to know who you are with and how do you communicate with that individual and how do you give up yourself to let that person know that you are in their corner. We're going to talk with Mr. Tom Gelardi, who is an expert when it comes to love. So tune in so we can learn from somebody who has done it. But before then, we're going to listen to the song by Hanna, Can I?
I long to undress the warm summer sunset, expand like a ruby rosebud in bloom. Without words, I strive to touch, strive to touch what you desire. Please let it be within reach. The need to love is woven so deep in my heart. Can I must try.
I'd like to thank Tom Gelardi for being our studio guest today on Listen to Love. Tom, 50 years of romantic bliss, 50 years of being with the same person, 50 years of saying, I love you, and still keeping the romance alive. How do you do it? You know, it is amazing because I've been knowing you for a long time, Tom, and your personality is just so fiery and you are always upbeat. How do you do this and how do you keep the romance alive after 50 years, Tom?
I met my soulmate 56 years ago. And when I met her, I identified it with one specific reason. I initially introduced her to my family one evening, and when she left, my mother said to me, "Do me a favor, son. Don't hurt that girl. She's very special." Now, if that isn't intuition and if that isn't female logic, I'd like to know what it is.
That's powerful.
And once I put that in my mind, I started to realize I had better be interested and true with this lady. And I was.
Because right away you knew she was the one for you.
There was no question in my mind at that point that this was the lady I was looking for.
Was it her personality? Was it her look? Was it how she carried herself? What was the special ingredient that she had that caught your eye?
She was always an attractive lady, but she was more beautiful inside than out. I
Wow.
found her to be just an absolutely beautiful, sincere, honest person who only had one thing to give, and that was 100% love.
That's really beautiful, Tom. So, what is the secret of the union of you and this special person in your life, your wife? How do you keep it going?
You keep it going because you have met your soulmate. You understand one another better than any other two people in the world, and you work at it day in and day out. Every couple has their ups and downs. Every couple has their individual personalities. You learn and you adapt, and you constantly deal with change. And life has changed as you go along. But the one thing that's constant is that I married this lady because she was special to me, and I hopefully was special to her. And we both found that.
Wow, that is very inspirational, Tom. And can you give some tips for young people out there who may be going through some difficult times in their relationships?
Please take time to understand that it may take time to totally understand your partner. It's a give and take relationship. If you've been spoiled, and most of us we have been when we were growing up, you have to put that aside. You have to accept one another. You have to be able to deal with one another. You have to be able to talk it out. And if you're truly in love with that individual, all of these things become second place because your feeling about that individual that you want to be with them the rest of your life will always take over and will be the dominant thing in your relationship.
Wow, that was really beautiful, Tom. And I'd like to thank you for being on the Listen to Love segment number 2.
I thank you for having me on, and I hope it does well for a lot of young people.
I hope it does too, Tom, and thank you. Would you like to leave some parting words with the audience?
Always be careful of your relationship. Always be honest with yourself and your partner. And if it's meant to be, and you are honest, it will work out.
Tom, that was very inspirational. You have touched many hearts in our listening audience. Thank you so much for being a part of Listen to Love. Now we're going to hear from that sultry singer, Marnell. Celebrate our love.
Celebrate, baby.
Listen to Love, where you need to share love, admire the one you're with, and always give from your heart. This is Darold Gholston. Listen to Love.
You're listening to Love on the Art of Romance channel.